morning. So I just realized that Streamyard screwed up. So I actually have to see which one I'm coming up on live. Okay, there's that one. So let me see if I can delete this one. No, crumb. That is just so weird that it did that. Well, hopefully people find me. Oh, that is so stupid. Because I don't think. Oh, yeah, let me see. Good morning, Vicki. Long time no see. So I know what happened. StreamYard wasn't showing. I knew I had said, hi, Mom. I knew I'd set this up last week. I knew it. And then when I checked StreamYard, it wasn't there. And I'm like, well, I must have forgotten. And I'll tell you why I thought I forgot, because of the total chaos this weekend. But then when I get on there today, they're both there. What it disappeared, the second one I said, okay. Let me see. I'm on my second device, seeing if I can. No. Okay, it won't let me. Won't let me do it. So hopefully people find me in spite of my technical difficulties. It's so weird. I need to clean up. I've got too many apps on this. Well, we're only showing 6 people. I think that's going to create problems. Good morning, Roxana. It's my favorite color. So sometimes I have to purple out. Good morning, Lemmy. Okay. I'm just going to put a message on that other one and pin it. So that people go to that one. Okay. Trying to fix things. All right. So we did that. And let me make sure. Good morning, Bree. I knew I had set that up. So here's what happened. My niece, the pregnant one, her due date was actually today. She had the baby. She had the baby Friday night. So let me show you some pictures. Look. She's perfection. Look at all that dark hair. And she has really delicate features. She was 8 pounds, 2 ounces. Here's my niece's dad. First time grandpa holding the baby. So she is 8 pounds, 2 ounces of perfection. She made her entry into the world Friday evening at the same time that my dad tried to make his exit. So dad had a respiratory event and had to be rushed to the hospital and was admitted. And I was able to bring him home on Monday, where my mom is just following him around trying to keep him healthy. I swear, we pull in. Now, mind you, he spent 3 days in the hospital. We pull into the driveway and he's like, oh, I know what I'm doing tomorrow. And mom's like, what? He's like, oh, I got to mow the lawn. Maybe not. Maybe just rest. So my oldest son came over and mowed the lawn yesterday to keep my dad from doing it. Oh, he scared us. And I don't know if you guys remember, but he's been dealing with that. No, unfortunately, not same hospital as the baby. So my poor niece is in a completely different hospital, with the newborn baby, and we're in a different city. I wasn't there. My niece is her sister. It's a thing. But no, they were not in the same hospital. So, my dad had pneumonia last year, and then he never really got better, but the x-ray was clear, and then he had pneumonia again, according to the x-ray, and then the x-ray was clear. So he went to the hospital this time. Again, it showed pneumonia. They're running a ton of tests this time, but they did send him home with a nebulizer, and his oxygen saturation is at 98%, both yesterday morning and this morning. So, very scary. Very scary. But right now, everyone's doing pretty well. Although my nephew's husband, the one with the new baby, tested positive for COVID yesterday. So the pediatrician yesterday said that if the baby starts to have any symptoms, they will run a COVID test tomorrow. Stress. But we got a beautiful baby, and my dad is fine, and he's home. And actually, are maybe getting more answers about whatever's been going on with his health. Thanks, Kathy. Sorry. Whatever's going on with his health, that, this has been going on like 1.5 years now, and no answers. And so he's been referred to a bunch of specialists, and maybe we will figure out what's been going on with him. But when I went to look up my Streamyard, it wasn't showing that I had created it. And I was sure I'd created it last week. And then I'm panicking. Good morning, Monica. So I create another one. And then when I get on there this morning, none of them are showing up again. And I'm like, what is happening? So then I check actual YouTube, and it's showing both of them. And then I couldn't figure out how to even find either of them because it wasn't showing either of them. And I had to get rid of Streamyard entirely and then pull it back up. And then there they were both there. So, frustration. And I went out there. Yeah, it was showing too on actual YouTube. It was not showing any on Streamyard at all. Yeah, this is the first time I've had a problem with Streamyard in a really long time. But neither of them were there this morning, and I had to close it out completely and go back into it to find them. And then they both popped up. So, and then I hit the wrong button, so it didn't delete it on YouTube. So they were both still there. And I went out Thursday, and nobody had garage sales in this area. I kind of suspected they wouldn't, since we had just had the highway byway, which runs right through this neighborhood in 2 different areas. So yeah, no new sourcing last week. Definitely going to have to get out and do some sourcing tomorrow. And then next weekend, not this weekend coming up, but the weekend after that is flea market. And I do not want to miss flea market again. And then hopefully Saturday, Mom and I are going to, we're going to go to farmer's market. I haven't been to farmer's market all summer. I'm just trying to be very available to my parents. So like yesterday, I went and picked up Dad's prescription. I've offered tomorrow that he's got the first test tomorrow that they want to run on him, but he wants to try driving on his own. Mom's going to go with him. We'll see how that goes. And he did get sleep the last 2 nights. So I think if he sleeps again tonight, he'll probably be okay to do that one thing. And Mom can drive. She just doesn't like to. So we will see how that goes, but I'm trying to be as available to them as possible. And then my poor sister, the one I'm living with here, Joseph starts, thank you, Monica. Joseph starts school, that's my nephew, tomorrow. But he had open house last night. Tonight he's got his first football game. They already had a scrimmage, but this is his first real football game. He's in 8th grade, but he's going to be taking high school algebra, and he's in advanced English. So, and he always makes honor roll. This kid is super smart. But my sister has been trying to do all of that. And then my other sister, the one that lives further away, she did come and stay with my mom Saturday and Sunday. So Mom didn't have to be alone, took her up to the hospital and everything. But she's a school teacher. So she had to be back home in her town Sunday night to be ready for school on Monday. So I knew I would need to take over parent responsibilities. Hello. Did you follow me on TikTok, Kelly? I swear that was your name following me on. I don't post videos there yet, but I'm like, oh, I got a new follower. So that's the plan. That's what's going on. And if you are just coming in, my niece had her baby. So I'll show you pictures again. She was 8 pounds, 2 ounces, although she's got such delicate bone structure. She doesn't look like she was that big. The head of hair. Oh, she's so beautiful. This is my niece's dad. The smile in his eyes. First time grandpa there. So, super excited. And I got to see her. I didn't get to hold her because she was sound asleep. And my niece didn't want to disturb her because she was sleeping. And I am not the kind of person to ever not respect what the new mom wants. So, because like I didn't even leave the house for like 4 weeks except for doctor's appointments when I was a new mom. I wasn't doing it. So, haven't gotten to hold the baby yet, although I did get to meet her. She's so beautiful. So beautiful. And I'm not just saying that because I'm related to her. Because she's beautiful. Because I can be honest, some babies, not so beautiful. My youngest came out looking like a 90-year-old wrinkled man. Which was cute. But he was not a beautiful baby. He was a wrinkled old man of a baby. It was hilarious. And he would smile, this big gummy smile. But he was not a beautiful baby. But she looks a lot like her mom looked as a baby, because I got to be there when she was born, my niece. Okay, so we are going to get into the sale. The first half of the sale will be the items that have never been up for sale before that I had picked up 2 weeks ago at the Highway Byway sales. Got some uranium glass today. And then the last half of the sale will be items that you've seen before, but they will be at a reduced rate. And I will have some $2 add-ons at the end for anybody who made a purchase. If they want to throw in a $2 item, they can. So first up, I can get to it. Oh, I can. It's just your basic clear glass flower frog. And I do not feel any chips in this one. This is one of the smaller ones. I think this is the size that fits into the Viking. 3.5 inches across. Can't remember the name of the Viking dish that it fits into. And then like 1 3/4 tall. Just your basic clear glass flower frog. If anybody still needs one, and it is going to be $6, number 95. $6, number 95. Next up is this fish. I do not think this is old. I think it is meant to look like Mexican pottery because it's not marked on the bottom. And this shellac that's all over it makes me think that this is modern. But the reason I picked it up is the bunny. Do you see the bunny there? That bunny is on both sides. I just thought it was fun. Here's a bit of that shellac again right here. So unmarked, he's this big, and he's got a bunny on him. $8, number 55. $8, number 55. All right, next up is our first uranium piece. I had the cornucopia in this colorway last week. This one does have, I'm pretty sure it had a small chip on a corner somewhere. Let me see. Okay, so right here, it's got a small chip. Check and make sure. I think that was the only spot. Yeah. And it's on the underside. So small chip. And these are 3.5 inches tall. Acro Agate toothpick. And this is the one I thought would glow with cadmium. So I thought it would glow orange and was shocked that it was green. So all of the white creamy color in there is actually uranium glass. Very surprised about this piece. Had no idea it was going to glow green. And it is $10, number 18. $10, number 18 for the Acro Agate orange and uranium glass. Next up, let me pull this back up on. Oh, now it's frozen. Come on. Okay. I have, this is pink glass, but it is hard to see because of, there, put white paper behind it. Pink glass, and I do think this was probably from the 80s when they did a lot of reproduction, Depression era glass, and it is a perfume bottle. It has a chip right here. So a small chip right there. But I do believe that's the only chip. And then this no longer works, this part. And I'm pretty sure you can get replacements of these. But the rest of it's in good shape. Nice and clean. Pink perfume bottle. It's this size. Good morning, Bonnie. So the glass part's 4 inches, and in total it's 5 inches with this on it. And it is going to be $10, number 12. $10, number 12. This one, he's so funny. I thought maybe it's an ashtray. It's listed as a toothpick holder, but it is a bird. It's a lusterware bird made in Japan. He's little, but he is hilarious. So 2¼ inches tall, but he's 3 inches wide. He's just funny. So lusterware toothpick, and there is a spot under his eyeball in the back that is missing some lusterware. I don't even think you guys can see it, but back there, missing a tiny bit of his lusterware. He's just funny. He is $15, number 57. $15, number 57 for the lusterware bird toothpick holder. Next up, this is so, hi Deborah. This is such a cool find. So I've got these 2 vintage candle holders. They're all metal. They've each got a little spike in the middle for the candle to sit down. But they each still have their happy birthday plate. You could switch these out. So, Merry Christmas. Happy birthday. And then the rest of the year. Just got a candle holder. They both are felted on the bottom. Here's the other one. So here's the Merry Christmas plate. Here's what they look like on the back. The happy birthday plate. And then without the birthday plates, this is what they look like. So very cool mid-century candle holders. And I could not believe that they still had both the happy birthday and the Merry Christmas plates with them. So there they are again with the Christmas plates. And 3½ inches across. And they're very low sitting. So for the set, $20, number 44. $20, number 44. This is the kind of thing my grandma absolutely would have had. That was her Christmas style. Okay, next up, a little bit more uranium glass. I've got 4 shot glasses. These glow beautifully. And they are darling. So 3 of them are perfection. One of them has, let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna feel, not that one, not that one. Now I'm getting my fingerprints all over them after I washed them. So this one has the tiniest of flea bites on the inside. Just 2, you're not even gonna be able to see them. 2 teeny tiny flea bites right here. Yeah, you're not even gonna be able to see them. And then this one has a flaw in the glass. There, you can see it. But these are gorgeous. Gorgeous. And this is something that would have been added right into my collection and not been up for sale if I wasn't living in the space I am living in right now. But hey, Helen, but because I'm living in a tiny space, you guys benefit from that. $30, number 92. $30, number 92 for the uranium glass shot glasses. Next up is this gorgeous Fenton. So the outside has this ribbing. The inside has this diamond optic. And then we've got the ruffles, classic Fenton, and the scroll feet, 3 scroll feet on the bottom. And the Fenton is in there, in the bottom. This is the Colonial blue, I believe. And this is a gorgeous, gorgeous vase. It stands 7 inches tall. And width-wise, from ruffle to ruffle, 6.5 inches. So it's this size. Stunning. I love that they did a different pattern on the inside and the outside. This one does not appear to have any hard water staining at all. And it is going to be $30, number 59. $30, number 59. And if you're just coming in, my niece had her baby. She's beautiful. And I am the proudest great aunt in the world. I'm just so excited about it. Okay. Next up, another piece of Fenton. This one is milk glass, and everybody had it listed as reverse C pattern. I don't have a Fenton book, a specific Fenton book. I mean, I have books that have Fenton in it, but I couldn't find this one. So I don't know if that's the actual name or if that's just what collectors and sellers call it. But the Compost's just gorgeous. It's this size. Thanks, Helen. No chips, no cracks at all. And it is just under 8 inches wide and 5.5 inches tall. So gorgeous Fenton compote. I love this detail under here where it's got the lip. This would be so pretty at Christmas. I know it's a little early to be thinking about Christmas, but oh, it would be so pretty at Christmas. It is $20, number 29. $20, number 29 for the Fenton milk glass compote. And that one was made probably 50s or 60s. So next up is the piece that stumped me. And then because of everything that happened with my niece having the baby early and my dad being in the hospital, I did not get pictures posted on Instagram to see if anybody had an idea about who made it. But it is a blue milk glass planter. It is gorgeous. And I'm thinking that there was one little ding on the outside right there. And then there is staining because it was used as an actual planter. And this may come off with like a CLR or a rust off, but I do not. I'm allergic to those cleaners. So I gave it a good scrub with Dawn, just like I always do, and that did not budge. So I want you to be aware that it's there. But I have no idea who made this. Could not find anything. And when I first saw it, I thought it was ceramic, but it caught the light and I'm like, I'm going to take a closer look at that. Because it was just sitting down under a table and I picked it up and I'm like, that's glass. So it is the opening 7 1/4 wide, but because it bells out a bit, it is a bit bigger than that. And depth wise, we're looking at 6 inches, 6 inches deep. And it is $18, number 56. $18, number 56. The blue is just stunning. As a glass girly, I am just in love with that. Especially since I didn't know it was a thing that existed. Okay. Next up, oh, it's hiding right there. My second piece of Acro Agate, and let me see if there's any. Okay, so I'm not feeling any chips on the outside, but I wanted to show you that on the inside, it has those cracks that Acro Agate tends to get. They don't go all the way through, but I don't know why Acro Agate does that. I had a planter and something else that was Acro Agate that had that on the inside. So I just want you to be aware that those are there. I do not feel any chips on the outside. And I don't see any. So here, gorgeous glow. So Acro Agate toothpick. It is same as the other one. 3 1/4 inches tall. Very beautiful. And it is $10, number 39. $10, number 39. Next up, we have a little bit of brass. And I think it's a phoenix on there. It's this size. Its hook appears to be in good shape for hanging. So it spans from widest point 11.5 inches and lengthwise 7.25. And I like the patina, so I never shine anything up. The brass fan wall decor, $10, number 11. $10, number 11. And that was everything new. That was what, because I'd split everything I'd gotten from the Highway Byway sales into 2 parts. So this is the second half of all of that. Everything else I'm going to show you today has taken its lowest price ever so far. And then at the end, if you have purchased any of the other items, I do have some $2 add-ons. But if nobody's made a purchase, I won't even go through those. First up is that AB stone, pink stones in the double heart brooch. This one is unsigned, so I don't know who made it. And it's this size. It's going to be $6, number 48. $6, number 48. We have the E.O. Brody green planter. This is made in Cleveland, Ohio. It's this size. $5. $5, number 19. Next up is the Sarah Coventry brooch. Hi, Kim. Kim, my niece had her baby. She's beautiful. Sarah Coventry flower brooch. And it's this size. So a good big size. $8, number 37. $8, number 37. The rose pattern honey amber glass shoe that I'm pretty sure was made by Mosser. It's got all these amazing details. And this one did not have any chips or cracks that I could find. It's this size. It's got roses on it. $10, number 4. $10, number 4 on that one. And then we've got the Lefton Cupie. The Pouty Face Baby. And this one is that bisque, so it does have some of the marks on them that bisque gets. He did get a very good bath. $12, number 50. $12, number 50. Got the ceramic shoe lot. There were 5 shoes in this lot for $1. 2 of them I do believe are made in China. I know for sure that this one is. This is the biggest one because it still has its sticker. And each of these has a little bit of chipping. There, you can see the chip. Because this was somebody's collection who had passed away, and every shoe in that collection got thrown into a box. So that's the first one in the set of 5. This is the other one that I believe was made in China just because of the feel of it, although the flowers are in good shape. There's the inside. This one was a Portugal. I love Portugal pottery, but there again, a couple of small chips on the inside. It's the size. This one is unmarked, but it feels older. And then the last one is marked, but I cannot tell what it says. This one has gold, hand-painted flower, and I cannot make that out, but it is marked. So you get all 5 of those for $8. $8, number 30. And then last but not least today are these adorable little hard plastic mouse shakers. Both still have their stoppers. I did not take the stoppers out and like scrub out the inside. They just got to clean on the outside. They're this size. And they are $5, number 10. $5, number 10. And that is everything today. So if you missed the beginning, my niece had her baby. My dad had a respiratory event that landed him in the hospital for 3 days. He is back home and has a nebulizer with albuterol. He is feeling better, but he has to see a lot of specialists in the next, well, whenever they can get him in. You know, it can take forever to get into a specialist, but he gave my mom a good scare. So my parents are just kind of taking it easy this week. And that is everything. So sorry for the mix-up if you went to the other stream. StreamYard was showing I hadn't set up the StreamYard, and with the stress of the weekend, I thought I must have forgotten. And so I set up a second one, and then they both showed up finally. So thank you, Kim. Yeah, he had pneumonia like 1.5 years ago, and he's just not been right since. So I'm hoping that the specialists they've referred him to are going to be able to give him some answers. But he's back home, and that's the important thing. All right, I hope everybody has a, thanks, Kathy, has a great week. And my nephew starts school tomorrow, so we are adjusting around here to the routine, getting back into the routine again. You guys are awesome, and I will see you next week. Bye.